Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, Habibis. Welcome to another stream. Episode 61 of the A-listers is back, ladies and gentlemen. You get me? We are here. Everyone won except Manchester City and Spurs. Unfortunately, Jacob can't join us today because he has like a family thing, so he can't join us, unfortunately. But today we have brought a City fan here to talk about his football club, my club, beating him at Le Anfield. Big up to every single one of you guys locked in. Big up to everyone who's watching us right now or on the replay. As soon as you lock into the stream, shout out to Terry as well for the redirect. Listen, big up everyone who's here right now. Big up everyone who's joined us from the football terrace. As you're walking into the stream, I just want you to close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel because there's a lot for us to unpack. Sheikh will be joining us as well in a bit. I'm going to try to get a Spurs fan in the meantime. But regardless, whether you're joining us now from the channel or you're joining us from the terrace or you're watching on the replay, like and subscribe now. Also, I wanted to go subscribe to all the great content creators you're going to see on today's stream. All their channels are in the description. Every single one of you guys right here, right now, please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe and subscribe to all their channels. And actually, I want to ask you guys for an extra favor. You know, I don't usually ask for extra favors, but there is something I do want to ask you guys for, and this is just a extra thing. Look, there's a guy, he's very fraudulent, extremely fraudulent, we all know this, but he is a friend of the channel, and he always shows us support, and he always shows up even if it's on late notice. This guy is 10 subscribers away from 800 subs. Every single one of you guys right here, click this link in this live chat and go subscribe to Vator Games. Every single one of you guys right now, stop what you're doing, hit this link on the live chat. It won't even take you away from the video, and go subscribe to Vator's channel now. Let's get him to 800 subs ASAP, and comment done as soon as you have subscribed, because this guy is always there whenever we need him, never hides, and he's been there since Football Wars days as well. So please go subscribe to Vator Games right here, right now, and comment done as soon as you have subscribed. So let's go 800 subscribers to Vator, or even more. Let's target 850. Let's be greedy today. You get me? You're already at 805, so big up to you guys. Let's get the subs up. Joining me first and foremost by alphabetical order, he's gonna be on top row until Sheikh shows up. The man, the myth, the legend, the biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal fan base by far, man like Egal is in the building. Hi Egal.
We actually are only ahead of Chelsea by alphabetical order. We have the same goals, conceded, the same points. It's crazy. 13 games in, the Premier League looks very different from what we thought it would be going into the season. And yeah, I don't think I'm the biggest troublemaker. You always say that, but why do I have this tag?
Stop it. You're the biggest.
No, but why do I have this tag?
Because of all the crazy shit you've said in the past?
No, but I would say the biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal community is the negative ones. I'm quite positive. Most Arsenal fans are cool with me.
I hear you, but that's a different type of troublemaker. You're the one always saying the crazy shit, Egal.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, you're always the one saying the wild takes. You get me? So, yeah. Joining us next by alphabetical order, you can hold that. What can I do, bro? It's your fault that C is after A. That's not my fault. I know. It's not, you know. What can I do? That's the way the English alphabet was invented, isn't it? Joining us on the channel, of course, is not the biggest troublemaker in the Chelsea fan base. He's just a bit of a fraud, to be honest with you. Once again today, he put me on a thumbnail. Oh my God, the rivals are apologizing to Chelsea. We have healed. But I love him as a brother. Like Lewis in the building. Hi, Lewis.
Maresca. Big up, everybody. It's great to be back. I don't mind being below phase 5 Arteta with a championship manager just on alphabetical order. It's okay. Like, we just keep on stepping. We keep on doing our thing. Just like word to Winter Surfer. We are the meerkats. Just popping our head out, observing all the drama, and then just back down to doing our own thing. Yeah, we're all good.
Wait a minute. You think Winter Surfer invented that?
The meerkats.
You really think Winter Surfer is that creative? That's not Winter Surfer. That's Gonzo from my chat who made that when Winter Surfer was on my stream. No way Winter Surfer claimed that. You're the biggest fraud, Andrew. You really think We're gonna fall for your games. You're gonna act like you're that creative to come up with that. You're a fraud, bro.
Who's that guy? Gonzo. Yo, shout out
Yeah,
Gonzo.
Gonzo, man.
Big
Big up
to you, man.
Gonzo, man. He's in the chat always.
Nah, allow
But
with the
yeah,
surfer.
we're
He's a
doing
good. He's a
nothing.
good copywriter.
Yes, he does steal a lot of stuff, man. He does steal a lot
Another
of
week,
stuff.
another W. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
Yes.
Jacob won't
last
be
but
here
not-
next week after the battering we give him to Chelsea.
Wow, Jacob.
Wait, you're
shots
playing
fired.
him midweek?
No. Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. Hey, listen. Listen. Jacob, shots fired. Don't have it. And last but not least, he is right now on 815 subscribers. So big up to all of you guys. We got him there. I told him when I messaged him, like, listen, we're gonna get you 800 today. So big up to him. He's here. Hamza of the North. Kawhi Leonard is in the building. Vator, how you doing, brother? You're on mute.
You're on mute, bro.
You're on mute.
We don't claim Kawhi Leonard. He left.
You're on mute.
Before I start anything, there's a reason why this leopard in the tree movement took off. All right. The Hussam influence is real. Thank you so very much, everybody, for the subs. The love, appreciated. Again, if I'm going to be the Hamza of the North, that's cool. If I'm going to be the super sub, I'll take it. Thanks for having me on, man.
Big up, big up. You actually aren't a substitute for anyone. We don't even have a City fan on this show. I just messaged you. I swear there was no one else I messaged before you.
So you had a show called A-Listers, and you didn't have a treble or four-peat representative on the show?
I told you, can you make it on 8 p.m. every Monday? And you're like, I have a job. So what can I do then?
Before that, there should have been. You know what? I'll make it work out. A-Listers.
Yeah, see, if you want to make it work out, you're welcome back Monday every 8. Does anyone here have a problem with that? No.
No, I could do with a blue, brother. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. See? This fraud trying to blame me. But big up. Congratulations on 800. 1K soon, inshallah. 200 subs away. Let's go. Leopard Nation, we rise. Like and subscribe. By the way, I'm going to give you guys a quick something. All 500 people watching us right now. Dropping later tonight, Vel's best ever thumbnail he ever made in his life. I'm dropping this video later tonight. Why Liverpool are the leopard in the tree, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the hyenas are covered with the Arsenal crest. The lions are covered with the City crest. Watch out for this right here. You get me?
Fucking hell, that definition is crazy.
Yeah, Vel made an elite thumbnail right here. Watch out
I didn't know
for
you
this.
had blue eyes. Yes.
But the leopard has blue eyes, isn't it? So I'm a leopard.
Oh, brother. Fair enough.
There you are.
Fair enough.
There you are. Vel, elite thumbnail. Big up Vel. W Vel in the chat as well.
Well, Fairs.
Yes, this notion Arsenal won't drop points in London is funny. Just past 13 games, and last season they've dropped points or lost in over 10 London games alone. Hey.
The notion that Liverpool won't drop points is also funny.
And actually, that's the perfect segue. Thank you, Egal. We're going to start with
What's the thing about Arsenal dropping points in London? I haven't even heard a narrative like this going around.
We play every game in December in London.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they play all their next games in London, whether it's at home or away. So they're doing this whole we don't drop points in London thing.
Yeah, Lewis, you know, Arsenal, they look forward to the fixtures, the referees. They already plan way ahead.
They know the last 5 Liverpool fixtures by heart.
Michael Oliver refereeing next.
Wallahi, I even don't know them. That's crazy. Anyway, speaking of Liverpool,
you only played 2 home games in the next 8 games.
See, I don't even know that shit. How the fuck you know it? I don't know, bro. Bro, you're so obsessed with Liverpool Football Club. It's insane. Man said you play 2 home games in the next 8. Even I don't know that.
Bro, I don't blame him. If Phase 1 slot's about to dunk over 5 years of Arteta, I'd be doing the same thing.
They know our last 5 fixtures. They know everything. What the hell, bro? Hey, big up to you, Jack. Big up, Jack. Big up, Redline and Taranga. Let's get this party started. Egal Talks Football in the description. Carefree Lewis G. Vator Games. Go subscribe, all of this. See, thank you. I did not make up the meerkats, but I'll go with it. Yeah, go with it. Just don't act like you made that shit, yeah? Don't act like you're that
made it
creative.
to me, man.
Yeah, but Andrew ain't that creative. Can we stop giving him credit for, like, you know? Andrew's like
Gallagher. Shout out where you got it from. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, Andrew's like Gallagher. Hardworking, you know, professional, always shows up when you need
Are you
him.
canceling Carragher also?
No, I said Gallagher.
Yeah.
Like
Bun Carragher.
Yeah, workhorse midfielder. You get me? So, yeah. Vator, talk to me, brother. Liverpool, Manchester City. What the hell?
I honestly don't know where to start with this. You guys are annoying. Liverpool are annoying because Liverpool are the only club that can go from.
How's that your opening statement? Liverpool are
That's the
annoying.
opening statement. You guys are annoying because again, I'm now looking at my worst. I go to your grounds, and I couldn't even gas myself up for a win. Like the form that we are in, I couldn't even look at any type of possibility, any type of 11, any type of collapse on Liverpool's end. The best I came to was a draw. And even that was wishful, copium, whatever you want to describe. So at the end of the day, just like I had to talk about on my show, the fact that I didn't suffer a fate similar to what Griggs or Staffy or Flawless, what United fans had to deal with when you guys were in form, taking a slapping of 7. I'm so thankful that it was only 2, honestly. I am so thankful it was only 2 because we look horrible. We have all the weaknesses of what you guys have strengths in. Defensively, you guys are strong. In the midfield, you guys are strong. You guys invested in your midfield a couple seasons ago, and it's paying dividends now. I look like I'm late to my rebuild, to my remodel, and I'm paying for it right now. You guys are strong in everywhere that we're weak. And another thing is where it maybe comes across as a shot, all right? Maybe it's a little bit of a jab. But you guys are also a lot hungrier, at least you should be, based off of what you haven't been able to get. And that's also a disadvantage for us because, again, Egal's been pushing me, but I've been able to eat well for the last 2 seasons. And as a result, I've been eating well for 4 seasons in a row. And now the leopard in the tree that's been starving for a while, hunger, drooling, ready to pounce. You guys pounce when it's the right time. And that's why Egal's shaking his head because he's like, damn, it shouldn't be Liverpool I should be fighting this. Liverpool shouldn't even be at top of the league. It should be me. So this game, it answered one thing for me. Just one thing. That my team does have enough fight where it's not going to be a complete collapse. I know everybody's ready for the City downfall. Everybody's been amped up for when City falls to be able to say, yeah, I told you guys are nothing. You guys kind of squeaked through. Well, listen, the fight that I showed against the best team in Europe, and the best team in Europe because they're top of the league in the Prem, top of the league in Champions League. For that to have been a 2-0, I'm going to take it. And now I got to show fight. I got to show to be able to deliver a win, not a loss. I need a win in my next game versus Forest, which gave you guys trouble. But
can I tell you something? The only reason you actually showed some fight is because we were not clinical in the first half. Deadass Van Dijk could have had a hat-trick. Imagine this. I just said my centre-back could have had a hat-trick. You know how mad that is? Think about this logically, you know? I come here, I tell you, yo, my centre-back could have scored a hat-trick. That's the most insane statement I probably made on YouTube for the last 3 years.
He had good looks. I'm not going to take that away from him. Hit the post, yeah, of course. Put one off target. But again, no one really banks on, other than Arsenal fans, no one really banks on set piece goals. You know what I mean? So that's not a shot. That's not a shot. No one really banks on it.
Vator, you have to be on A-listers every week. I'm going to put you on the spot publicly. You have to, because these sly digs right here. I see what you're doing.
Lewis is the master. That's not a dig. Was it a dig, Lewis?
1 second.
Yeah, Lewis is the master of sly digs. That's definitely a dig.
I don't think that was a dig.
Come on, man.
So, Lewis, you're going to sit up here and act like the innocent person who never gives sly digs to anyone? You're a fraud. You're a fraud. You're the biggest sly dig merchant on this platform. Have some shame.
I'm not sly. I feel like when I drop a dig, like it's obvious.
Oh, he's direct. He's saying he's direct. Yeah, he's saying he's direct. Yeah, I kind of do.
Hey, to be fair, Vator did say besides Arsenal, so it's not like a sly dig anyway. It was like straight shot. He just took the gun and just shot it at them. So, yeah.
Listen.
Listen. I want to say this about the game. We've played a lot of times Liverpool and Manchester City. Even everyone knows I've been supporting Liverpool for 21 years now. 22, 2002. 2003 actually, because 2002 World Cup was the first thing I ever watched. And ever since then, to be honest with you, this is probably the most comfortable Liverpool-Man City game I've ever watched. I did not feel in trouble not once in that game. I didn't feel nervous. The only time I felt slightly nervous was when Mo missed that one-on-one and I was like, shit, is this written in the stars? But then he scored the penalty. I'm like, okay, khalas, it's over. I think in that first half alone, we could have scored 4 or 5 goals. We were nowhere near clinical enough. could have buried the game genuinely within 15, 16 minutes. Like even Diaz got him behind, Gakpo got him behind, Mo got him behind. And the one thing I'd say about Mo is, American sport reference, he was out there moving like Tom Brady. As soon as Mo got the ball, everyone was just running. As soon as Mo gets the ball, Diaz is running, Gakpo's running, and they're just waiting for the pass, waiting for the pass. The run that Gakpo made for the Salah goal, I don't think he makes that run if Diaz had the ball, or if Nunes had the ball, or if Jota had the ball. So we're using his passing ability to our best. The issue is I just want us to be more clinical in front of goal and ice games early so we don't hit that nervous spot where it's like, ooh, maybe they're going to do something here. I think City had a good spell of possession in the second half. But then I ask myself, how much of that is Slot just giving you the ball? Because as we know, Slot has had that defensive element to him where it's like, okay, we're 1-0 up. You want to come score against Van Dijk and Gomez? Good luck, Habibi. We're going to put Kwanzaa, another center back at right back as well.
I got to cut you off. You
Go ahead.
Are you suggesting that Slot would take that chance versus City? Or you're saying that because
you want to know what evidence I have? Because he took it versus Chelsea, and he took it versus Arsenal, and he took it versus Real Madrid. He always does this. When we're winning, he's willing to go defensive even 1-0 up.
Okay.
This is just
from
who
the
he
start
is.
against us, even before that.
I mean,
in the game against Chelsea, Jackson equalized, right? Yeah, Jackson equalized.
Yeah. You guys
Jackson
got the penalty in the first half, but you were doing transition ball on us.
Yeah, we were willing to give Chelsea the ball even from the start. So he's willing to do that. He's willing to beat teams in multiple different ways. So it's not like park the bus, because still even against Chelsea we created a shitload of chances. But it's more like pick your moments. And I feel like he just felt like, listen, with Matthias Nunes on the left-hand side and Bernardo Silva on the right, we could play 180 minutes and you're never going to score.
He can make that, he was able to make that decision comfortably because of the personnel. And obviously, I think you've talked to enough City
But once again, that goes down to Pep, because Doku was fit, Grealish was fit. And if you want to say Doku and Grealish are coming back from injuries, Savinho is not coming back from an injury. You could have started Savinho with ease. That's the one everyone has to give me, because he just started the last game. And he started against Spurs as well. So he could have went more offensive. And you want to know why I think Pep hasn't really tried to change anything? Because Pep had two choices for me in this game. Okay. 1 second, let me tell you. Pep had two choices in this game. Either he could have went Mourinho style, in the words of Hamza, and park the bus and play defensive.
He did go Mourinho style at the end of the game. We'll talk about that later.
No, he didn't. But that's not what we mean. We're talking football, you fraud. So he had to go Mourinho style, or the other option he had was basically to go for it. Okay, we're going to attack, we're going to try, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. The problem with City is they did neither, because they played Bernardo on the right, Matheus Nunes on the left, and it just clearly did not work. It just completely did not work, and there was nothing that worked about the way that he played against us at all. And I feel like, once again, when you have options like a Doku, like a Grealish, you could say, even if they're back from injury, bringing them on 45th minute. Bring them on 45th minute. Bring them on, because Doku did have a positive impact on the game, as an example.
Yeah,
but for me, I was very comfortable in that game. I was very comfortable.
Yeah, no. So okay, the comfortability that you had, I completely understand, and the reason why is because this is the worst form you've seen City in. So yes. I don't take it as a dig. I don't take it as a slight when you say, you know what, you felt kind of chill. You watched this.
That's like you saying you were comfortable when you beat us 4-1 in the season where we finished 5th. It's true. You were comfortable.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The form that we're in, to say, you know what, you didn't really see any threats from City. I get that. You look at the personnel Pep choosing. I gotta fight back a little bit when you say Pep isn't trying to change things. I think if you look at the last 6-7 games, he has been trying to find out what's the right 11. He's been trying to find out what's the right approach. How can I trust what we're trying to do to obviously score goals, but also defend and not concede? And he's been messy. Look, he changed our keeper, which I think is a mistake, but he's been changing so much.
So much for better than Alisson, eh?
Well, Alisson hasn't touched the pitch, so
yeah. Let's Alisson wasn't on the bench.
Let's wait until Alisson's back. All right. Alisson cost you that game versus Arsenal.
Alisson has never been dropped ever in his career, ever. Never dropped.
Okay, that's more so maybe because of his ego, not because he doesn't deserve to be dropped.
Oh yeah, Allison has an ego. The guy who baptizes people in his pool and eats barbecue has an ego. Have you ever even heard of Allison having an off the field even moment? I've never even heard him do anything. I don't even know what
At the
sponsors he
Emirates
has.
last season.
Say again?
At the Emirates last season.
Yes.
What happened?
He had a stinker.
Oh.
What does
You
that have to
forgot-
do with what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I skipped that match. We lost 4-2 to Wolves before that.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about him making mistakes. I'm talking about
No.
ego.
But,
He doesn't have an ego.
He kind of does have an ego because I see him. We're getting derailed a little bit, but I see him try to do the outside the foot passes at times, and he should stop it. He tries to
not
do
called
his
ego.
Ederson. It is ego. He thinks he can do it. He doesn't have it.
And outside
trying
of
to
the
be a
foot
little
passes
he's trying to be a
ego,
little
you're
too
fully trembling
Brazilian.
right now.
He needs to relax. He's not that Brazilian. He needs to just kick it properly. Now, with regards to Pep trying to figure this
This is
out,
one of your worst performances ever. Talking
you
about
don't want me to
Allison
finish
has
the
an
point
ego.
'cause you got to protect Allison. I get it. It's okay.
Yeah,
Chat,
but he
relax.
don't have an ego. It's not about protection.
All right. Allison is one of the many footballers that doesn't have an ego. Every
Yes.
footballer has an ego, by the way. That's why they are professionals. That's why they make it to this level. But City are in a bad place. And again, when I look to my ops, when the ops are trying to give me advice, no disrespect, I ignore what you guys have to say. I ignore what each and every one of you. I ignore the advice. I ignore the criticism because you guys have different problems than what I got. I mean, my blue brother, I like that he's about to make the comeback. He's trying to keep it humble as well, but I know he's on the rise because, again, if I can't do it, I got to be able to lean on him to be able to do it. I've been doing it for a couple seasons now.
Give me a year, bro. Give me a
year.
year.
Yes, a year, and then it's the blue brothers handling things. I see it. Now, the problem is the form that we're in, guys, you guys can't give me any advice. Egal can't tell me. Egal can't give me advice on back-to-backs. Hussam, you can't give me advice on back-to-backs. You're about to win another one, which is exactly. But now I'm in a status where it's back-to-back to back-to-back. It's uncharted, man. So Pep's got to figure this out. Does it mean that he's got to kind of strip everyone away and start from the beginning? Everybody take these losses. Let's have a situation where it's like you earn your spot again. Possibly. Am I out of this top 4, which some rivals are trying to suggest? Chill with that. Chill with this. All right. I'm comfortably going to be in this top 4, which is many would say unacceptable. But
that's a narrative Jamie Carragher's been trying to run.
He's trying to push it.
Chelsea are not a young and exciting team. Chelsea can finish above Man City this season. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave my club alone.
He's trying to say that, and then at the same time, we got Liverpool fans that don't want to say their favorites. But all I got to do is take from this game is that you guys, world beaters.
Chat.
Yes, I see it. You guys look like world beaters right now.
Yeah, watch it later then. You will understand.
2-0 loss at Anfield. You know what? In the form that I'm in, we move. We play.
You want to know who inspired the leopard and the tree thing? This guy right here. This guy.
Egal.
Yeah. Oh, just wait for the video. I'm gonna break it down for everyone.
Oh, so it's not a stream, it's a pre-record.
Yeah, it's a pre-record. It's gonna be an all-timer. Telling you.
When you dropping it?
11 something. Depends if RSM if I make RSM edit it or not. Because I'm still don't know if I want to edit it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're not confident what you're going to be saying in the video?
You got some things you want to kind of take out. You talked with
Egal, I've been doing this. No, not edit as
also from a content perspective, 11 might be a bit late.
Yes. But edit is not like change what I say. Edit is like add animations and blah blah blah.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant.
Like when I say leopard, there's a PNG of a leopard that appears. That's what I mean. Yes. So Egal.
Let's begin.
Have Liverpool played anyone yet, brother?
No. I'm gonna get to Liverpool. Let me begin with Man City first of all.
No, you have to start with Liverpool first.
I need to. Since we have a Man City rep here, we need to mention some things. First things first. Vator, your team, that was a shambolic performance, especially in the first half. You had 85 touches in your opponent's half in the first half. I've never seen a Pep side play that little football in my life. Also, Explain to me why this season the team that you fielded versus Man City, versus Liverpool, the team that you fielded on the day, their season statistics, you have nobody else on the pitch who scored a goal in the season in the Premier League, bar Haaland. What happened to your midfield contributions, your wing contributions, your attacking contributions? Why was Doku not on the pitch? Why was Savinho not on the pitch? Why was Kevin De Bruyne not on the pitch? We already know you consider him the best goalkeeper in the world. Ederson, he wasn't on the pitch. I think Pep Guardiola is really overthinking things, and he's going back to his days of Bayern and Barcelona when he started overthinking things at the end of his reigns there. And coming down to when the Liverpool fans were telling him you're getting sacked, it really did affect him because for him to react in the way that he did, to start telling them 6 and trying to trust the crowd, you can tell that he's slightly rattled because he knows after the game, going into the game versus Tottenham, he said, we need the losses. I need them to lose. Well, he wasn't wrong. You lost 2 games back to back since then in the Premier League. Honestly, I question...
You know what that 6 reminds me of?
I question people who said if Arsenal get injuries, if Liverpool get injuries, they're one player away from getting out of the title race and being in the top 4 race. You guys, Rodri's out. It's not a Rodri issue anymore. You just don't have the same level of quality that you used to have. I'm looking at your midfield, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. What did they offer? Nothing. They got outran in the midfield, and they didn't offer any creativity either. They couldn't even hold on to the ball some of the times. Phil Foden, Player of the Season, Premier League Player of the Season, PFA Player of the Season, has 1 assist in the Premier League, no goals. We've just touched December. Excuse me? Is that somebody who should be representing the league, holding the flag for the league, saying that he's one of the best players in the league? No.
Who should be?
Absolutely not. And the way that he's performing right now, he looks like everything that I've been saying he is. Slightly a system player, and when everything is going well, he's unplayable. But when everything's going up against it and the team needs something, he's not the guy who's going to rise to the occasion and save you. He's not Superman. He's not Batman. He's Robin on a good day.
I love
That's
the narrative.
What he is. All right. It's not a narrative. It's an actual fact based on what we've seen for England, what we've seen for Man City. When you need somebody to step up, it's usually your superheroes, and he's not been one of them. And another one, I think you guys, some of your guys are starting to lose it because Kevin De Bruyne, he usually comes back. He's a game changer. Pep brought him on 2-0 down. Well, I don't know if that's on Pep or if Kevin De Bruyne is injured. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But overall, Manchester City,
answer all of these questions.
This is the most vulnerable I have ever seen Manchester City, and 7 defeats on the bounce. No, 7 games, no wins. Yeah. 6 defeats and 1 draw in 7 games. I know you could probably go and start winning some games and get yourself back in form. But right now, this run has taken Pep Guardiola's legacy in the Premier League, and I question one thing: would Sir Alex Ferguson ever go through this type of run? Can he be considered one of the greats if he can't make an adjustment to fix his team? Because I've seen Sir Alex Ferguson go and win leagues with average players in the squad.
Okay, yes, you have seen that. You have seen Sir Alex Ferguson make fixes to a squad. You know what you haven't seen him do? You haven't seen him do this. All right? You have not seen him do this. So
I've seen him do 13.
Let's chill with the legacy talk, because one person has this to their legacy. Another one doesn't. And at the same time, if he had to face something like that, who knows what he would have done? It's also different eras. And I don't want to disrespect Sir Alex Ferguson. Don't make me do it. It's different eras, different times. You know what Pep hasn't done? You know what City haven't done? What Sir Alex Ferguson and United did at the time? They would look around. Who's a threat? Leeds? Give me that. Who's a threat? Give me that, Newcastle. He would do that. We don't have the luxury. It's a different time. Sir Alex
Wait. You don't have the luxury. Give me Jack Grealish. Give me Erling Haaland.
Jack Grealish wasn't. Wait, tell me when Newcastle. Give me Aston Villa were a threat.
Give me all these players. Are you kidding me?
Tell me when.
To be fair, I think he's saying English.
Have the luxury of having £100 million flop on the bench. 1 second. You have the luxury of having £100 million flop on the bench and still winning league titles on a regular basis. Out of all people, Vator, you cannot sit here and try to say we did not have the same luxuries as Manchester United did back in the day. You had it better than Manchester United from back in the day.
What are you doing? Egal, Sir Alex Ferguson moved with no PSR, moved with no FFP. And at the same time, when we talk about poaching, he's poaching from threats, from actual competitors.
Did you not take Sterling from Liverpool?
We're taking from Aston Villa.
Did you not take Sterling from Liverpool?
What did we take from Liverpool?
Did you not take Sterling?
Were Liverpool a threat?
Did you not take Sterling? Yes or no?
Yes, I took Sterling. But did I take world beater Sterling, or did I make world beater Sterling?
Regardless, he was already established as one of the Sterling back then was already established as one of the best youngsters.
A youngster, not an established winner like Sir Alex Ferguson going over to your club and taking who? Van Persie and giving them 20. Remember that? We didn't make moves like that. Sir Alex Ferguson, and again, you tried to.
We beat you to Declan Rice.
I think Walker's the only one that really.
Looking back at it, you made a mistake not trying harder to get Declan Rice.
We made a mistake not trying to get a defender that. Oh no!
No! You made the right move.
I made the right move, not overspending for Declan Rice. I'm glad you got him, by the way. But listen, no, if you're trying to do the whole comparison with regards to Declan Rice, let's relax with that.
Well, wait 1 second. Why are you defending better than your own team? Talk about your team, bro.
I can talk about everything that you listed. You brought up players.
So let's talk about Phil Foden then. Forget about everybody else.
You want to talk about Phil Foden, not KDB?
We're in December, 1 assist. What's going on?
Okay. So Phil Foden, the man that you and every Arsenal fan are attacking, by the way.
Wait. You know what? He's actually the most protected player in Premier League history, but go ahead.
He's also the most attacked player because when he wins an award like that, you know what happens? Because Arsenal fans
weren't like that. You are raised to a level where you have to perform.
Yes. And when Arsenal fans for a couple seasons now haven't been able to do this, haven't been able to raise their arms and show armpits, you know what they got to do? They got to tear people down. They got to take things down.
No, that's irrelevant. When you win PFA Player of the Year, Premier League Player of the Year, you have to perform to a certain level or caliber.
This is true. You have to perform.
You have to perform.
I get
right now, Phil Foden had a wonderful season last year, and this season he's turned into Philip Brown.
Okay, so Egal, when you spoke and listed, right? You listed KDB. You listed it's not a Rodri issue. You listed Foden. You went through your list. You know what I did? I zipped it. I sat here. I relaxed. I let you go through your list.
Now when I'm ready to monologue, this is a back and forth.
No, what? You went on a monologue. It wasn't a back and forth. I let you speak, and now let me respond to all the things you said without interrupting. So Phil Foden, the reason why you and all the other Arsenal fan army are going after Phil is because you have to tear him down. It buns you. You're bunning still from what he did last season. So this season he's in poor form. I'll be the first to admit it. Right? He didn't start the season off well. He wasn't consistent. He actually didn't start to begin with because he had to deal with some things. And the fact that he's playing, it hasn't been at that level. I find it fair that you want to focus on the Prem. He's also delivered a few goals in Champions League or assists. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the Prem. He needs to step up. Like all my players do. Because we don't have this problem because of one player. We have this problem because of a squad. Go after Phil because it's your trophy this season. You have to tear him down. Let's see what Saka does.
What the hell are you talking about?
What?
That's actually ridiculous. So if Mo Salah had 1 assist right now, wouldn't everybody speaking about it? If Cole Palmer had 1 assist right now, would everyone not be speaking about it? If Bukayo Saka dared to go 13 games and only get 1 GA, he would be called the biggest fraud in the planet. And guess what? Phil Foden, because Phil Foden's incapable of performing, it's Arsenal fans' trophy. What the hell are you talking about? You're actually delusional to believe that people care that much about Phil Foden that they're going to believe is their accomplishment of the season. He is underperforming. He's performing worse than Savio, who hasn't scored in 16 games for your club since he's arrived.
Break it down for you. He's in poor form.
Poor form. He's in the worst form of his life.
So is my club. It's across the board. It's not one player. Our entire system is poor. You're
No, I don't
why
get
are you
why
trying to flip
Vator
it
doesn't
into-
understand.
one
One second,
second.
Egal, 1 second. I don't get
Why are
why
you trying to
Vator
flip it
doesn't
into
get the
an Arsenal
point
thing?
here. You were on Spaces the season where Liverpool finished 5th, and you were sat there smirking and laughing anytime Hamza gave a monologue talking about Trent or Virgil or Salah or Allison. People didn't talk about Henderson and Fabinho and whoever at that time. People were talking about your best players, whether you like it or not. Last season, when Arsenal lost the league, what was the conversation? Oh, is Saka better than Foden now? That's what people say. People don't talk about don't talk about the rest of the team. People always talk about the best players. When we beat Real Madrid at Anfield, who was criticized? Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham. They didn't go like, "Hey, Asensio at center back, this is your fault." This is normal. When Chelsea had a shit game away at Anfield, we spent an hour talking about Cole Palmer in the big game. This is normal. Phil Foden, 12 games into the Premier League season, has 0 goals and 1 assist. He has as many assists as Bernd Leno, who's a Fulham goalkeeper. And you're telling me Egal is just focusing on him? This is reality. When you are recognized as one of the best players in the world, one of the best players in the league, you won that award last season, you are going to get held to a certain level of criticism. You go to Anfield, you ghost, you get subbed off. You don't have one of the worst performances out of everyone on the team given expectation levels. You are going to get cooked, my brother. This is normal.
Yeah, I'll be real. That happened to us in 2015 with Hazard, innit? I went from player of the year to not scoring a league goal till, I think, May. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is that is all fine. But are you going to say it? And again, if this is the territory that we're in, because he caught that award last season, that every stream we're on, every conversation with regards to Manchester City is going to start with Phil Foden, then I'll accept that. I just think it's very lazy to have to repeat the same thing on him not being in great form for an entire club that's not in great form. Because across the board, are you going to tell me that
one of the reasons why you're not in good form?
Who is in good form at City, though? Who?
Okay, you can blame Pep, but one thing we want to speak about is the reason why we're speaking about Phil Foden is because he's supposed to be the guy who gets you out of these problems. He's supposed to be player of the season, and you're not holding him to those standards. You're holding him to the same standards you're holding Doku to. That's weird.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say
no,
any
but
of that.
why is Phil Foden getting a pass?
Every City fan are saying that Phil needs to step up, but the difference that you guys keep ignoring is he, for a spell, did not start games, was not even suited up. So he had to deal with that. You look at the totality, 13 games played, where is he at? He hasn't been available for 13 games, but cool. We will accept that to this point, he hasn't been good. If he remains this way, of course, you want to degrade him. You want to say that he's been a fraud. That's all up to you. I think this player is of great ability, not showing it now. That's it. Nothing last year is going to be erased or removed. He deserved it. He should have been that player. This year, he's not showing it. And my blue brother just said Hazard had a season where he kind of fell off a cliff as well. This could be his year where it's not showing well. But across the board,
Hazard was held to that standard and was criticized.
Hold him to it.
But even then, the same energy applies. Like, it wasn't Hazard's fault why we were a point off relegation.
No, but he was held to that standard. He was criticized.
Hold him to the
standard. Yeah. Like, he was one of the first people cussed out. Yeah.
Foden, they're saying, oh, it's okay. He missed 4.
No one's saying
he
it's
didn't
okay.
start 4 games. He only started 6 games. He only played 10 out of the 13.
No one's saying it's okay.
You just said that.
Context to why. No, we're giving the context.
You just said availability has been a part of the issue.
Of course, it's been.
Okay.
And when we want to lean on a player,
playing 10 games, starting 6 of them, mustering 1 assist is unacceptable for a former player of the season.
Yes, mustering an assist is poor. I would also look at the chances created. If he's having an impact and it's not delivering in terms of goals and assists, then yeah. But again, Egal, you know this. You like to crunch your numbers. You like to stat nerd sometimes. If he's creating chances and it's not delivering, I'm also questioning other players at my club as well. So Phil Foden, I think, will find the form needed. But across the board, no one looks good. Not one. Even Haaland, who's leading the league right now, he's been in poor form as of late. So what? You want me to only crash it on Foden?
Yeah, we're taking best striker in the league shouts this season. Chelsea.
This guy.
Sorry, brother. Had to.
Nah, it's all good. Jackson's looking nice right now. All I gotta say is the club needs to fix up across the board. Focus on Phil Foden if you want to. I'm calm with that.
Up the Chelsea.
Usam,
Oh wait, hold on. Let me
Usam,
also do this.
let me talk
Hold on.
about Liverpool now. Let me talk about
What?
Liverpool.
Talk.
First things first. Liverpool are very controlled in the second half, very much just seeing out the game, doing what they need to do. In the first half, they were scintillating. They could have scored numerous goals. That game ended 2-0. It could have ended 3, maybe 4, maybe even 5 if you're very clinical.
Yeah,
and
maybe
Man
like a 5-2.
City kind of got off a little bit easy with the fact that Liverpool were not extremely clinical. As for Liverpool, you have Trent, you have Mo Salah, you have Van Dijk. If you even get two out of the 3, you give them new deals, you guys are still going to be up there next season. As for Arne Slot, he has beaten Real Madrid at home, Man City at home, Arsenal got a draw away, beat Manchester United. Was that at home or was that away?
Away. 3-0.
Away. That's a big away win. And then also you beat Leverkusen. You're top of the Champions League. You're top of the Premier League. All I can say is utmost respect and credit to you guys. You guys have played so well to start the season, and you're shaping up to be a very good season for you guys at this point. Now, I'm not sitting here like half the other people crowning you guys league title champions already, as obviously we're only in December. But at this moment in time, you guys are the favorites. You guys are the team to beat. You guys are currently walking into the holiday season potentially going to be top of the league come Christmas and New Year's, and everything is in your hands.
Does it hurt you to say
There's
that?
no longer this underdog stuff at this point that's being put to bed. You guys now need to be screaming from the rooftops. We're gonna do this. You got to do this, and you're just gonna keep going, chugging away, and trying to win this league. No one else controls their destiny but you guys. Arsenal don't control their destiny. Man City don't control their destiny. And if anybody wants to include Chelsea in the title race, they don't control their destiny. So
No, we control our top 4
Arne
destiny,
Slot, you got to give him credit. You got to give Liverpool credit. You got to give Mo Salah credit, probably the best player in the league right now. And if Liverpool win the league as they look like they might, you got to give him player of the season. Now, I don't have you guys crowned champions yet because I still think 9 points with 25 games remaining, it's very plausible for somebody to come back. If I'm not mistaken, Newcastle dropped off from February, if I'm not mistaken. Arsenal were able to catch up to Manchester United from a was it a 12 or 13 point gap back in 1997. So we've seen crazy points tallies be pegged back in the days, or even recently with Manchester City catching up to Liverpool. Was it Liverpool catching up to Man City? Man City catching up to Arsenal? We've seen it. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. But at this moment in time, you cannot deny how well Liverpool are playing. At the same point, we cannot sit here and crown you guys underdogs anymore. You guys are the favorites. But in the same breath, people need to relax. The league is not done. We've only played 13 games. And if you guys start believing you've already won it, it could seep in and you could start dropping points. All I have to say is my team has to be flawless if we want any chance of trying to get back into this title race. And with the fixtures coming up, I'm confident my team can pick up wins. It's just will we pick up enough wins? That's the honest question. Forget about Liverpool for a second. If Arsenal, Man City, or Chelsea don't continue get on a good run, Liverpool are just going to walk the league.
No, we're not involved.
Okay, let me say this. Say this quickly. Did you not publicly admit on the terrace that you're building Liverpool up to bring us down? Don't lie.
When did I say that?
Egal.
Wait, what?
When did I say that?
No, I am an Arab. I am an Arab from the mountains of the Middle East. I'm like a camel. Camels never forget. If you slap a camel today, he will forget. He will remember 5 years from now. He'll remember, and he'll try to kick you. Publicly, did you not say that you're building Liverpool up to tear us down? Don't lie.
I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're such a
You
liar.
have the evidence.
I don't know.
You have the evidence.
If you have evidence, please show.
Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the panel a question. Guys, imagine the stream was being done in August. And I told you all Pep Guardiola is going to lose 5 games in a row in December. Who would you have said would have been top of the league at the time, Shikh?
Probably Arsenal.
Probably Man City. Still at the time.
No, Arsenal 5. No, I'm saying if I told you City were going to lose 5
City. Yeah, Arsenal. Yeah.
Who would you have said, Lewis?
Yeah, we would have been them lot. sadly.
Vator, who would you have said?
Shoot. Easily, it should be Arsenal.
So why is it Liverpool you must, not Arsenal you must? Your dream scenario is happening right in front of your very own... 1 second. Your dream scenario is happening right in front of your very own eyes. Pep Guardiola has fallen off. 7 games, no wins. 1 draw, 6 losses. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you top of the league? Tell me. Why are you making this about me? I'm not supposed to be here.
Because you're
That's like
currently
me
top of the
telling...
league.
1 second, let me finish. That's like me telling Lewis, after telling him he's going to be Maresca out in November, you must or I'm going to cook you. Based on what? I told him you're going to be Maresca out in November. You're the same guy and your fan base that told us we have an aging squad. I said we're going to challenge. That's it. But you're the same person along your fan base who said we have an aging squad. We don't know what Salah, Van Dijk and Trent is going to be. We don't know about Arne Slot. And 3 months into the season, it's now Liverpool you must. No, my brother. It's Arsenal you must. Till this very second, it's Arsenal you must. Because your dream scenario is happening. City are falling off. You should be in this place, not me.
Pressure
I wasn't
is on
supposed to
Arsenal.
be here. You're mad at your transfer window, certain fan bases. Oh, so like Arsenal fans are upset at their transfer window. You signed Moreno, Calafiori, and Raheem Sterling. We signed Chiesa. Chiesa's worse than Sterling. You know this, right?
Okay.
Chiesa's
Is it?
worse. Yes, Chiesa's worse than your worst signing. So if you're disappointed in your transfer window, we signed a player in a position that has nothing to do with what we needed whatsoever, that has no hamstring and no knees. So why is it I should win this? Why shouldn't you be here in my
1 second,
place?
because you have a point gap in December, which
Mhm.
only one team, if I'm not mistaken, has lost it from this position
Mhm.
in Premier League history.
And
So
what's that
at
one
this
team?
moment in time, you are so far ahead. You could lose 3 games and still be level on points with the team that's behind you. That's why. You have a 3-game gap. A 3-game gap in football is ridiculous. There's not basketball. There's not NFL. There's not another sport. 9 points is a lot, bro.
But why didn't you say this in August?
Why, bro? You wouldn't have said this in August. What are we talking about?
That's my point. So it's not Liverpool you must.
No. The difference is
Thank you for making my point
One
for
second,
me.
Context changes. Arsenal's first season, when we were challenging, people said, Arsenal, you must go on to win this because we were.
And when did they say this? Which month did they say
the
this?
year that we went after the World Cup, when we still kept our form going and we had like
After
a 5
the
point
World
gap.
Cup.
Yeah,
And when did the World Cup end? December 26th.
I forget
Oh,
exactly
so
when
you're
it
saying
ended.
wait till Jan?
No, Vator, 1 second. When did we, when we told Arsenal you must, Arsenal's expectation headed into the season was top 4,
Yeah,
right? But they
Yeah.
were top of the league by 8 points. March, not
Yeah, I
December.
didn't start believing they could win the league
200
till like
plus days.
February-ish.
200
Okay, so
plus
I'm
days.
confused.
Even
So
if
you're-
Lewis or Shikh are top of the league by 8 points in March, I'd say you must, yes. But not in
So we got to
December.
wait till March?
Yeah,
One
we
second.
must.
Just
Of course.
because 1 second,
Not
just
in
because I'm
December.
saying
Unless-
you're
One
Liverpool.
second. Just because I'm saying you're title favorites doesn't mean I don't expect my
Unless
team
our
to still
lead
challenge.
is so insurmountable that the time doesn't matter. Meaning, if
Just
we're
one
20
thing though. I
Go
won't
ahead.
say you must, but with the season that you've had, do you think you should be winning it from here?
No, I still wouldn't say should. You see, should is a dangerous word because when you say should, we came into the season as the underdogs by definition to the league title.
Yeah.
It was gonna be us, Arsenal, and City. Whether you had Arsenal winning it, like myself, whether you had City winning it, like whoever predicted City winning it, blah blah blah, no problem. 99.99% of people did not say Liverpool will win it. Now we have the thinnest squad out of the 3. We have spent the least money out of the 3. And we have a manager in his first season in the English Premier League. If Maresca doesn't finish in the top 4 from now, I'll be the biggest fraud if I said Maresca should be sacked or there must be expectations on Maresca. Because for me, looked at you straight in the face and I said, you are going to be Maresca out in November. And that's why I said, I'm sorry about Chelsea a month ago. Yo, guys, this team's actually good. I'm a fraud. I said this publicly. I said, I'm sorry about Chelsea. There's a video on my channel. Go watch it. I apologize to Chelsea publicly. But I would be a hypocrite if I'm the same person that said that in August to come tell you, yo, you must. Now, my problem with the whole "you must" conversation is the whole reason behind it is just to build Liverpool up so high so you can bring them down if we do fall off. And the second biggest problem is actually timing. Since when have anyone been crowned Premier League champions in December?
I'm not crowning
Never.
you champions though.
No,
I'm
but
saying-
there is
happened
never a
before,
must
but-
conversation in
one
December.
second.
It's happened
second.
before, but you
I-
need a much
I am
bigger
not
one. Like Man
saying-
City
Bigger cap,
17,
yeah.
18 had it done by
Guys,
December.
I am not
They're
saying
like
you
15.
must.
Yeah, I hear you, but that's what. But how much was the difference?
One
Big
second.
difference, bro.
15,
I'm
yeah.
not
like
saying
12,
points.
15.
20
Guys,
points, you
stop,
know.
stop.
Yeah.
Nobody here. I don't think anybody here is saying you must. I'm saying you're the favorites. Stop acting like underdogs. That's all I'm saying.
But we are underdogs. I'm not acting
You are
like
not
anything.
underdogs anymore. You
Our
are now.
performances are not
you are
underdog
now-
performances,
You are
but we
now
are
leading the
underdogs.
race by 9 miles, and you expect everyone to say, "Oh, well, this is the first. This is the underdog situation."
Egal, who's gonna
You're
win the
9
league this
miles
season?
ahead. No,
Egal, who's gonna win
now
the
that you're
league?
9 miles ahead, you are the favorite to go on.
Can you answer who's gonna win the league, Egal?
I don't know who's gonna win the league. I can't predict who's gonna win the
Stop
league.
it. Stop
I
it.
don't know who's gonna
Who's
win
gonna
the
win the
league.
league?
All I'm saying is Liverpool are the favorites.
I mean,
can't
can you
predict
answer the
who's-
question? Who's gonna win the league?
I don't know who's gonna win the league. All I can say is
Why are you
Liverpool
smirking
currently
as you say
favorites.
you don't know? You want to know why
I
you're
don't know who's gonna win
smirking?
the league.
Because you smell your own fraudulence as you're
No,
speaking.
no, because
Egal,
I thought
Egal,
Egal,
who's
a couple
gonna win
minutes
the
ago.
league? Gave
couple
me
of
the
minutes
I
team.
ago.
don't know who's gonna win the league, but one thing I can tell you
Say
is
your-
Liverpool are currently favorites, and that is a fact.
Okay, I'll ask you a different question. If Slot wins the league, are you Arteta out?
If Slot wins the league, I'm looking at Arteta very differently.
That
How
means you're
differently?
Arteta
Like,
out.
is he out?
Yeah.
It's
that
like,
mean?
what are we
You-
doing?
you wanna
Very
know,
differently.
guys,
I'm saying to myself, how did this
politician,
happen?
man.
Guys, you want to know
Come
what this means? You want to know what this means by
Look at it
definition?
differently. What do you mean?
By definition, you know what he just said means? Arsenal, you must. Thank you very much.
No, but Egal, I swear you said a few weeks ago that if Slot won it, you'd be Arteta out.
Yes,
Or
he
if he
said it
finished
already.
above you.
Yeah, I said it on numerous. I said on numerous shows, and I
How's
still
that
agree.
gone? Just you'll be looking at him differently.
Yeah, because I'm gonna look at him in a situation. I'm gonna say, how did a team with that I don't think is better than us, and a manager who I don't think is better than you, go on and overtake you to a league title?
So we
I'm
can
gonna definitely
minus
look
the
at him.
syllables and just say you're out.
Because, bro, at the end of the day, I don't think the club's gonna sack him.
No, your opinion, not the
No,
club's opinion.
you.
See how he deflects? Thank you,
Yeah,
Lewis.
I definitely. 1 second, I definitely agree. I'm looking at Arteta and I'm saying, yo, maybe it's time for him to move on, because if Liverpool go on to
Maybe
win.
or he should.
but right now, that's not the case.
Must he move on?
He's gonna have to move on eventually. Yeah,
No, must he move on if Slot wins the league?
these guys are shit pressers.
Egal,
What are
you
you
don't
talking
win the
about?
Champions
It's a
League.
simple question. It's a simple question.
Answer the
Yeah.
question. You don't win the Champions League. You don't win any other cup, and you lose to Arne Slot by 6 points. Are you going to be Arteta out?
Listen, even if we win the FA Cup and League Cup, I'm not satisfied with that. I would
Okay,
look
so you're
at
going to be
Arteta-
Arteta
that's
out.
not
I
what.
would look at Arteta
Okay,
and I would
Okay,
say-
okay.
I-
What if you
I
don't
would
win the
look at
Carabao
Arteta
Cup
and I would
and the
say,
FA Cup?
Slot
together?
wins
honestly,
the
You don't
league.
win that either.
I would look at Arteta and I would say, what's the context behind how we got here? And is there a situation where I could still see us continuously pushing on from here? I'm evaluating the situation. Going into the season, there was no
Oh,
scenario in
brother.
which I was evaluating the situation, unless even if Man City won the league, I was not going to evaluate Arteta's position.
My brother,
The
you
only
said with
time
your
I'm gonna
own
do that
mouth.
is
You
if
said with
Liverpool
your
go on
own
to
mouth,
win.
if Slot wins the league, you're going to be Arteta out. Yes?
That's why I don't get the backtracking. Why are we backtracking now?
Thank you.
No. The only reason
I backtracked on Chelsea
One
after I said
second.
I'm wrong.
I'm not backtracking. I'm just using different words. I'm using
You
different
went from
syllables.
saying you'd be Arteta out if Slot finishes above you to
Yes.
I'm going to look at
Just
the
because I
context.
got a thesaurus and I'm using different words doesn't mean I don't agree with what I said originally.
You're
Okay.
literally stretching it to find extra ways out of it.
No, I'm
We're going to ask you the
Say,
question in
I'd
a
be Arteta out
straightforward
if Slot
fashion.
finishes above me.
One
We
second.
move on.
Lewis,
Wissam,
let's try this one more
Wissam,
time. Egal,
you
we're going
asked
to ask
me
you a
who's going to win the
question.
league.
1 second, let me
Are
ask
you
you a
gonna win
question
the league?
straightforward fashion.
Forget about that.
Straightforward.
Forget
If
about
Arne
that.
Slot, if Arne Slot wins the
Another
league, and
deflection.
If
don't
Arne
deflect.
Slot wins the league,
If
why
Arne
are
Slot
you
wins
saying
the
if?
league
Why
and
don't you say
Arteta
when?
doesn't win the Champions League, are you Arteta out?
I don't expect Arteta to go and win the Champions League this season. I expect him to win the Carabao Cup, League Cup, and potentially the league. One of the domestic trophies.
And
the
if
league
you
title.
don't, are you Arteta out?
If we don't, I am going to evaluate the situation.
6 years in, 800 million
Ah.
spent. You're still going to evaluate the situation.
There you are.
Yes, because there are circumstances that are unprecedented that might
you're
lead
Like
to
what?
backtracking from
Like
being
what?
One
Arteta
second,
out
there's
to
current-
above
Like
you.
what
there's current
circumstances?
unprecedented circumstances that might lead to greater success forward, and a drastic change at this point might need to be evaluated. But at the same time, it could.
You're
things could
saying
get
a whole
worse.
lot of
circumstances?
nothing.
No,
Politician,
what
man.
circumstances?
You're saying
What
a whole lot of
circumstances?
nothing.
Listen, all I have to
You-
say is
What are the
I don't
circumstances?
understand.
What are the
I
circumstances?
don't understand
What
why we
happened
have
in
to
the
have
last
this
few weeks for you to
conversation.
backtrack
I've
on your
made my
previous
stance very
statement?
clear. You guys know my position. You know where I
A
stand.
few weeks ago you
don't
did, but
need-
why are you
know- one
backtracking on it?
second. You know my position. You know where I stand. I don't sugarcoat things. I'm telling
We
you
don't,
guys.
because you
Okay,
said you'd
I'm
be.
telling
You
you
said
guys-
you'd be Arteta out if Slot finished
second,
above him, and now you've
One
backtracked.
second.
No,
One
no,
second.
1 second,
I'm not
man. You say that a
backtracking.
No
million
1 second.
times.
Answer the question.
I'm not backtracking.
What
I've answered the
changed for you to
question. I've
backtrack
told
over
you
the
guys my
last few
answer. I've
weeks?
reiterated it. I've tripled,
What
doubled, 4 times
changed
on it.
over the
what
last
do you guys
few
want?
weeks for you to backtrack?
Listen, nobody's backtracking. I've said the same
Yes,
thing.
you are.
I've said the same
Yes,
thing
you
in a different
are.
way, and you don't like it.
No, you are literally
You're not saying it
backtracking.
in a
You
different
went
way.
wait. You went from a few weeks ago saying that you would be Arteta out if Slot finished above him to now I'm going to check the context and
What-
blah
what-
blah blah.
what
See if there's
changed?
any other reason
What
to keep
changed in
him.
that time? I had a wonderful conversation with Tom from the Gooner Talk, and he spoke to me about some unprecedented circumstances that I might have not forgotten to mention. But in the meanwhile,
Like what?
Yeah,
I
like
am
what?
definitely
What's
going
the
to evaluate the
circumstances?
Can you
situation.
say
No, wait.
these
What circumstances?
Yeah, what are these?
We're
circumstances?
gonna speak about them. We're gonna speak
No,
about
no.
them right now.
We're
it's
ready
not
now.
over.
We're ready now. We're
We're
ready
not
now. What's the
necessarily spoken about right
circumstances?
now.
You know what?
What's the circumstances? Wait.
What's the
What's the circumstance?
We can get into the injuries. We can get into the red cards. We can get into the
Oh,
small
Oh,
margins.
yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
the
one
ref.
second, one
One
second,
second,
one
small
second, one
margins.
second, one second.
But-
Did you just say injuries are unprecedented circumstances? Is that what
We
you
could
just
talk
said?
about. We could talk about them, right? But the main thing that I've always said is, if Liverpool go on to win this league title, Arne Slot wins the league title in his first year, it's going to be an indictment on Arteta, and I'm going to have to look at his position differently. Simple.
This is classic. This is
Like,
classic.
are you
I don't
really
know.
By the way, just for the
reflecting
people who
about the
don't-
damn referee, bro?
Listen, you guys
Yeah,
want to
by
have
the way,
an
for the
Arteta
people who don't
conversation on the
realize,
stream.
What
Maybe today, I
what
just wanna have
Mr.
that
Egal
conversation.
just said is the definition of Arsenal you must, in case you guys are unaware.
You want to know
Number
something,
one.
Hussam?
That is
I agree with you. We must go on to win the league. If we don't
Thank
win the
you.
league, if we don't
That's
win
why
the
we're
league,
the leopard
if
in
we
the
don't
tree,
win the
my
league, you can look at us very differently. But at the same
Thank you.
breath, you currently are top of the league table. You are 9 points ahead. If you lose,
But
the
it's
league from
okay
this
if I
position-
lose it because of unprecedented
if you lose the
circumstances.
league from this position, you are considered one of the biggest bottle jobs in Premier League history.
No, I'm not, because if I lose this league from this position, given unprecedented circumstances, it's okay. Because I'll tell
The
you what,
nerve from 93% FC to say that is crazy.
it's crazy.
Wow.
Let me tell you the unprecedented circumstances. We just beat Madrid and City without Alisson. Trent was injured, just came back. Konate is injured currently as things stand. Tsimikas, who's our starting left back, is injured. Curtis Jones had an injury. Harvey Elliott just played his first minutes of the season. And Chiesa, we haven't even seen him yet. Our starting striker is injured. Unprecedented
What can we
circumstances. You have
do?
given me the out all summer. I'm good now.
You know something? I stand with Liverpool on one thing. The referees are a piece of shits.
I never
And-
mentioned the
and-
All right,
referees.
we're not.
Don't
we're-
stand
okay,
with me
here
on
we go.
referees.
I stand with you on one thing. David Coots, there's corruption in the referees, and one
That's
thing we
like
know
you.
is
like
Liverpool
you.
have one fan inside the refereeing group in the Premier League, and that's Jared Gillett. And he has sent off William Saliba before the Liverpool game. He
What the
has refused to give Arsenal opponents red cards due to situations. We could talk about that, but hey, at this point, I'm just literally deflecting, as you guys would say. But the reality of the situation,
He
is,
admits he's deflecting.
the reality of the situation is, Hussam, Liverpool are playing really well. You guys are doing really well right now, and it's very annoying to see.
See you, Vator. Guys, Vator games in the description. Go subscribe. Big up
Vader,
to you,
you
Vator.
going?
I bless
I
up,
gotta
bro.
drop. We gotta drop. Yeah.
Vator, you have to make this
Streaming.
work. People are
Let's
messaging me. You have to be part of this.
Yeah,
You
can
have
we
to.
keep him?
Yes,
He's cool.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Guys, I'm sorry for
Send
annoying
Vader
the
the
life out of
contract.
some of the viewers and everybody else. I'll just say this. I will put my hand up and say Liverpool, originally, I wasn't 100% sure on them. I'm sure on you guys now. I do believe you guys are a really good team, and you're probably up there as one of the best teams in the world right now. It took me 13 games to realize it, but I got there in the end. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. Now I believe it. I believe you guys are up there. Not only are you one of the favorites to win the Premier League, you are the favorite to win the Premier League, and you're one of the favorites to win the Champions League. And if your club does not give Mo Salah a new contract, they're the biggest idiots on the planet.
Done. Anyway, guys, we have proven exactly why we're the leopard in the tree in this segment. I hope you guys have finally got it, and I'm gonna explain it even further on my video dropping tonight. So enjoy watching that right there.
Listen,
big up to all you guys.
1 second, you guys asked me who's gonna win the league. Who's gonna win the league?
Who's gonna win the
everybody.
league? Man City and Arsenal are gonna win the league.
Okay, well, great.
And if Man City and Arsenal don't win, Nottingham Forest.
I can't tell because there's too many unprecedented circumstances.
Lewis, who's gonna win the league?
I think it's gonna be Liverpool. I think it'll be Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it's Hassam's team.
Chat, who's gonna win the league? Let me know.
I'm not even saying you must. I'd just be surprised if you don't win it from here.
Yeah, but Lewis, you get what I'm saying with the whole you must.
Yeah, I hear you. Like you're not at a point where it's a win or a failure.
It's fucking December.
You didn't start off the season with the objective to win, but based off of where you are at in the table, like you will have to win. That's basically it.
Yeah, but my only question is timing. That's it. By the way, you guys know at this point in time we haven't even played all the teams in the league yet. Not even 50% of the season.
I know you haven't played a lot of teams away from home.
You know my whole fixture list. Yeah. All I know is I'm playing Newcastle Wednesday. That's the difference.
You play Newcastle, Everton, Fulham at home?
I don't know. You know.
So you play Newcastle, then Everton, then away, both of those games. Then you play Fulham, and then you play what's it, Girona away, I think.
I will say Liverpool got you shook if you're remembering their fixtures.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I've had enough of Liverpool. I have every single day when I tweet, I have 15 Liverpool fans under my tweets just making fun of me. I go to my YouTube video comment section. It's like Rax put some info, teach this guy. I had Callum on. Callum, 25 comments just saying Callum spoke truth, educating Egal. I have people just terrorizing me. I go on my TikTok, people saying stop speaking about my club. One person messaged me directly in a group chat and said, he said you're not obsessed with Liverpool. You have Liverpool bed sheets. I'm like, what?
That's definitely Tom Little, 100%. That is probably Tom Little, 100%. I know Tom Little. I know that's my guy right there. Anyway, listen, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys right now, please hit the like button and subscribe. We're closing in on 41.6k. We want to get there so we can keep pushing to 50k, Habibis. So like and subscribe. And now, my people, and let me just do these super chats before we carry on. A fan base who knows all our fixtures is a rattled and battered fan base. The guy just reeled off our next 7 fixtures and we're only playing, I don't know who at home and I don't know who away. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know that. I know we're playing Newcastle and Everton, like our next 2 games. I haven't memorized the fucking next 10 games, bro. I just haven't, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's crazy. Love how Kerfy Lewis always calls out the people who were writing us off. Foden 12 GA, so City fans have to wait 12 games to criticize Palmer and Saka. Is what Shikh is saying.
The City know to leave us alone. You do your thing, we do our thing, and just it's all good.
You're still doing the Blue Brother thing even after cooking Hamza?
Yeah, he let me down. 4-0 against Tottenham. Disgrace.
Man comparing Grealish to Robin Van Persie, Ferdinand, and Cantona is what JW is saying. It's crazy. Palmer and Saka get criticized by TalkSport and other media outlets after every bad performance. I dare you to find one video of Foden being criticized. I can't lie, I am with this. Foden this season has been absolute ass, to be honest with you, and he deserves every bit of criticism, but he hasn't gotten any, in my opinion. So, yeah. Hussam Egal is deluded and waffles a lot. He's the same person that said in game week 8 that Liverpool and Chelsea are not in the title race. Waffler. That's what I'm saying. All I want Egal is just to keep the same energy, bro. Listen, Arsenal, you must. I'm the leopard. I'm the leopard in the tree. I'm just enjoying my time here. I'm not even supposed to be here, bro. So, yeah. I've heard it 100 times. Now we will drop points and bottle it again. Arsenal will definitely capitalize. So if that's the case, Arsenal are favorites. And you want to know what's funny, Jack? Let me tell you something about this Egal Talks football guy. I think we'll probably beat Newcastle, but then we'll probably draw away at Everton because the last 7 games we've literally we've drawn 6 and won only 1 out of the last 7 games at Goodison. Egal will be the same person to come on that Monday, A-listers. Inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy. Come tell you, I told you Liverpool are gonna fall off. I told you Liverpool are gonna drop points. I told you Liverpool aren't gonna win all their games, and they said the same shit. So, yeah, listen, you can't play me, bro.
That's actually their the last derby at Goodison, right?
Yeah, and their last derby at Goodison. That's a tough game, by the way. That's not easy at all. It's not easy
Yeah,
at all.
big derby. I hear it.
Egal got that concave chest. Stand on your words. Hey, we tried. We gegenpressed him, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Egal, this all over Madrid, Arsenal combined 11, better than LFC. How are they better? They are better this season than Arsenal. 9 points better is what Red Indian is saying.
Let me ask. That Red Indian. On a serious note, what are you talking about? I've already spoken about the Real Madrid 11, and I said that was a mistake. But I still believe Saka, Saliba, and Odegaard get in that team.
I don't think any midfielder gets into that team.
Wait, Odegaard doesn't get into Real Madrid's team? You'd have him
Saka,
over
yes,
Valverde.
and Saliba, yes, but the others no.
You'd have him over you'd have him over Valverde.
Valverde is much better than Odegaard.
Fair enough.
Valverde,
You think Camavinga is better than
Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, all of them.
You think Camavinga is better than Odegaard?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Camavinga, yeah. Jude Bellingham this year, I don't know.
Nah,
You can say this year,
Yeah.
but then Odegaard hasn't played this year anyway.
True.
Some people would even take Odegaard over Bellingham.
I wouldn't. I'm taking Bellingham over
This
Jude
year I
Bellingham.
would. This year I would. Yeah.
I don't rate Bellingham like that this year.
Yeah,
He ain't
I
been
don't.
great. But he's projected
Egal
to
said
go
us-
higher. Yeah.
But Valverde,
Egal-
no. Yeah, over Valverde.
Egal said Arsenal will beat Chelsea's 15 goals conceded in
I
the
never
season.
said that. That was
Arsenal
you.
are like the fans, no chest, no balls. Chelsea, the snake in the
I
grass.
never said that. That was Hussam.
It wasn't just me. There were Arsenal fans who said that, to be honest with you.
I
So.
hear that.
One
but I
goal
never
away,
said
by the way. One goal away.
I
Okay,
never
but
said
I've already conceded
Could
on
be
this.
us.
United.
Could be us, Lewis. Could be us. Could be
My
us.
G.
Yeah, I've already conceded on this long ago.
What was
really thought-
what was John Terry's goal scoring record?
He's the highest goal scoring defender in Prem history.
No, what was his goal scoring record in a single season?
Highest in a single. I have to check that.
I think it's 7 or 8, by the way.
Because Gabriel
Yeah.
already has 3.
Is that what we're doing next? Like the highest goal scoring defender in a season? Yeah,
why not?
sure. If he wins that, go for it. Go for
I
it.
swear Martin Skrtel in 13-14 had one of those years where he scored a shitload of goals as well.
It's cool. JT's got like 5 more league titles. It's all good.
Revoke this man's Arsenal fan status. Wow, Gonzo. Egal equal professional. What's this word?
Filibuster.
What does this mean?
Basically, you fill time with words that have nothing to do with the argument.
You want to know something? That's his famous one. Egal, what's your take on Rice this season?
He needs to improve. He hasn't been his best.
Partey's
I think
been
the
better.
injury might have affected him negatively versus Chelsea, but what's the excuse for the other games? And the red card was pointless.
6.
That was a stupid red card in the first place.
6. Fair.
Highest goal tally 6 JT in a season.
Liverpool fans won't admit to being favorites so they can avoid the bottle job argument they love to throw at Arsenal in the last 2 years. I never called Arsenal
100%. Who made that super chat? Big up to you.
the original Papadom. I didn't call Arsenal bottle jobs last season, to be honest with you. I really didn't. Because they were never top of the league anyway, so I never called them bottle jobs.
It was just
Listen, this-
trophyless again, that's all.
Yeah, this is projecting right here. Straight up. Arsenal versus Real Madrid starting lineup is what Ed is saying. I don't have that video anymore. I think it's deleted from my stream yard.
Why are we counting Champions Leagues? Let's actually go through a combined 11. Courtois is injured, so I'm going to go David Raya. They don't have a left back of quality, so I'm going to go Zinchenko. Center back pairing, I'm going to go Gabriel and Saliba. I don't think any of their center backs are better than ours. It's a toss-up between Carvajal and Ben White, but I'd rather have Ben White. The midfield, Declan Rice is a defensive midfielder, no debate. Jude Bellingham is also in, no debate. And it comes down to Mudryk or Martin Odegaard, and I pick Martin Odegaard. I think Vinicius has been poor this season, so I'm going to go Rodrigo, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. Let me know what you think. I hate that video.
Bro, you just said Arsenal's team is better than LFC. I say 9 is what Red Indian is saying. That is true. Mind the gap. Arteta's running Saliba, Gabriel, and Saka into the ground is what Jack House saying. If he does
so
play
Arne
every
Slot
game.
is running Van Dijk, Trent, and who else to the ground? Gravenberch, your best players play majority of your games. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I agree with you. If it's league and Champions League, yes, but you have to rest them in Carabao Cup and shit. Anyway,
we do.
Yeah. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys right here, right now. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Chelsea 3-0 win against Aston Villa. Talk to the people, brother Lewis.
Best performance of the season. Mainly just also because the level of opposition we played. This is meant to be, like, I think our strongest top 4 rivals, and we just bopped them off the park. That's probably like that is the best performance I've seen from Chelsea in some time, because I could give numerous players man of the match. Caicedo's got a shout. Lavia's got a shout. Enzo Fernandez, I'll call him Ho-Face Fernandez, because ever since he broke up with the missus, he has been on fire. Nicholas Jackson, early goal again, making a habit of it for Chelsea. Like I said, this guy is the best striker in the league this season. Like, Haaland's form has now been too poor for him to live up to that now. We're taking that claim until he patterns up. Who else? Sancho, sensational. No bad player. Even Robert Sanchez actually was decent in his distribution for the first time in ages. It's a shame Fofana came off injured. I'm a little bit worried about how we're going to handle that, because I actually think he's been one of our better centre-backs over the last few games. But ultimately, like, we bopped them off the park. Like, the tactics from the first minute to the last were good. Playing Caicedo as the inverted right back allowed us to pack out the midfield, and Villa just couldn't get out of their half to deal with us, except like the odd little through pass that either was overhit or Sanchez was able to come out and claim. Second half, we decided to control the game a little bit more, because you're 2-0 up. We don't need to do too much. Just control possession and give Villa the emphasis to push themselves forward. And that created more chances for ourselves. Jackson arguably could have got another goal. There's one where he just took one extra touch. There's another one where he ballooned it over the bar before Cole Palmer bagged himself a goal. I think it's the first one in about 4 or 5 games. And it's like, we finally put him back on the right, and he starts cooking. Just keep him as far away from the left as possible. I don't need to see him playing there. He plays all of his best football on the right. Leave it there. Could have even got a 4th. That would have been the one that pushed us up to 2nd. Like, João Felix had a good chance, and then Noni had a chance off the rebound, and it hit off the bar, and then Felix missed a header from that one. But sensational game. Villa never had a chance. Never had a chance. We were on to them from the first minute. Never did anything except like one good chance for Ollie Watkins that he absolutely fumbled. Like, I won't even say it was a great save from Sanchez. I think he scuffs it. Absolutely scuffs it. So, yeah, just keep on moving. Like, ever since the international breaks ended, it's been 3 for 3. With the run of fixtures that we have coming up, I don't think we should be losing up until Man City in late January. And to be honest, if City are still in this trajectory by then, we should be going and making a statement at the Etihad as well. So, yeah, like, things are great. Like, this is the best period I've had as a Chelsea fan in years. Like, I'm just at peace. Just sit back, enjoy the football, enjoy the hoop sesh. And yeah, Tottenham on Sunday. We cook them next. Southampton.
You were going so good until you said hoop sesh.
What's your problem with hoop sesh, man?
Utter woke nonsense. Utter woke nonsense right there. You never say hoop sesh. Disgrace.
But yeah, they got bad. They got bad.
Bring Sean Dyche, man.
We got him in a few weeks, to be honest. That's one of the more worrying.
Egal, do you know all of Chelsea's fixtures as well?
No.
Oh, shame.
There you are.
Okay, so Shikh, tell us your thoughts on Chelsea since you just joined.
You're on mute, bro.
You're on mute. And you're a fraud.
Apologies. But yeah, I figured Chelsea would win. I predicted 2-0 for that game. Villa have been in. I'm not sure what's going on with Unai Emery and Villa currently. They've fallen off like quite a lot, to be honest, in terms of like top 4 conversations. But the game itself, Enzo, like Lewis mentioned, ever since he came out in public and said he wanted to be a hoe, he's been playing like great. Like, he's been playing very well. Got a very, very good goal. Cole Palmer again showed up too. Good goal from him as well. So yeah, overall good performance from Chelsea. I think the 3rd in the table, level on points with Arsenal currently, just based off of goal difference. So yeah, good for them. I had them competing for top 4, and it's currently still going. I think people who are asking for title conversations for Chelsea, even though I would say need to kind of relax. It's way too early, to be honest. But yeah, I see what Chelsea are trying to do, and I think they're all very confident that they can make top 4 now. Now it's just more so, can they go win a domestic trophy to add with it? So good performance for Chelsea, 100%.
Oh, please run me an FA Cup with the Conference League. I need that.
There was a question from Mo earlier on, and he called you out. He wants to. I want to ask you the question.
Me?
Yes. So this is the question for you.
Okay.
If Chelsea finish 3rd, but win no trophies, would you say that's a successful season? And if not, would you be Maresca out?
I mean, it would still be successful from a league perspective, but ultimately, not winning the Conference League is an embarrassment. I don't even league tally aside, 2 things can be correct. We finish 3rd, successful season. We get knocked out the Conference League. That's one of the most embarrassing moments in this club's recent history. So, little bit of both in it. Conference League should be, I don't even have to think about that. Trophies won in my eyes until I see otherwise. 3rd, yeah. That still wouldn't take anything away from it. 2 things can stand the same, in my opinion.
But you wouldn't be Maresca out.
Hell no. Like, I don't know what disgusting acts would have to happen over the next 4 months for me to turn Maresca out, but I don't think that's happening. Not at all. Like, all Maresca's doing is like just silencing doubters. Like, that's why like the whole reason why I did my YouTube video earlier today. I saw a common theme where just everyone's saying, I'm sorry, Kai.
I said it the earliest, to be fair.
Yeah, like you were only there so I could bring up your one from before. So I wanted to give you the flowers for that one in it. But yeah, like everyone's apologizing. Maresca's doing his thing. I can't lie. Clearlake got to start getting some praise as well, because everything else with Chelsea was fine, bar the first team. And like I was saying last season, we were just a manager away from this project really kicking off. And they sacked the manager, and people are saying like, we struck the jackpot with Maresca. No, we scouted and we decided he was the right pick for the job, which was correct scouting. The scouts need to be given their correct dues for it.
That also can mean that you struck the jackpot, though, because that's not a bad thing.
No, because I think we were.
That's like someone saying you struck the jackpot with Slot. I'd agree with that.
We were meant to be going for, I think, McKenna. I think McKenna was meant to be our number 1 pick before we brought in Maresca for an interview, and he just amazed everybody with the depth that he had on every single individual player. So it was him that managed to turn them around. So the scouts got to be given the praise for that.
Fair.
Can we also talk about Aston Villa being terrible? Because Aston Villa lately...
The only reason he's doing this is the Unai Emery thing, right? I could tell.
No. Simply put, because...
Yes.
They have been terrible.
Yeah, it needs to be spoken about, though, because after every major win, Unai Emery versus Arteta is a major talking point. Because let's be honest, you guys aren't even bigging up Aston Villa. You're just doing it as an opportunity to try to shit on Arsenal. So right now, Aston Villa are 8 defeats in a row. 8 defeats or 8 games winless?
8 games without a win.
8 games winless.
8 games
I can't lie to you, Aston Villa are 12th is crazy.
No one speaks about it. They don't have the squad depth. They don't have the squad depth for Champions League. As for Chelsea, good win. Enzo Fernandez in the last 2 games has been really good, and I'm going to give him credit. But
when Potts played him in the 10 last
I need to see him do it consistently, because I thought this season he was going to become a bench player, bench fodder. He was for a couple of games. For him to fight back and to be starting in this team and playing well, even having Caicedo play right back just to fit him in, and it worked out perfectly. I'm not gonna lie, you got to give Enzo Maresca credit. Chelsea look good right now. Let's see how far they can go. And I do think, Lewis, no matter what, you're probably gonna win silver this season. I agree. That Conference League is a joke, mate. Every game you win, you got your opponent coming after the game asking for shirts, and like it's their biggest ever game in their club's history.
Egal, you're saying this right now, but
everyone wants to be part of the multi-club model. I understand.
No, but bro, let's be honest. I thought there would be a possibility where they would get knocked out of the Conference League, but looking at the opponents that they face in the league phase, I'm just like, nobody gives me any confidence.
I hear you where you're coming from. But I just want to say something. I'm saying Chelsea are favorites for the Conference League. I understand where everyone is coming from. My only thing is, we said the same shit about Liverpool and the Europa League last season, and we got knocked out by Atalanta. All I'm going to say is, I agree, Chelsea should win the Conference League, but if they do come up against a Betis or a Fiorentina or a blah, 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 and they end up losing, it depends what they do in the league.
But even then, it's like Europa is a level up on the conference. The toughest teams there is Betis ain't even all that, if I'm being so real. It's only Fiorentina, and they're perennial losers in that competition. They go to the final and bottle it every year. We gotta be winning this.
They were the ones that lost to West Ham, no?
Yeah, they lost to West Ham. I think they lost to Olympiacos in the final as well. Yeah, 2 finals. They're probably going to make the third one. If anything, I'd like to get Fiorentina early. Just knock them out, and then we can just vibe for the rest of the campaign. Because I barely know the names of anyone bar like 5 teams in there. So, hey, it's about the friends you make along the way. That's what we're saying about the Conference League.
Stop it.
Except Ghent. You lot tried trash up Stamford Bridge, dickheads. You are not getting in the multi-club model, pricks.
Shikh.
Yo.
Your shit club is back.
Back? I wouldn't say back, but...
Win against Everton, 4-0.
Yeah, good win. Yeah, good win. Hadn't seen a 4-0 win, 4 goals in a game for the last 3 years. This is actually a stat. Ten Hag never won a Premier League match 4-0. So that was one thing that changed right away. But on a real, it wasn't the prettiest and best performances. It was a little bit scrappy to a certain extent, but it was, I'd say, players being true to the system and how we're setting up. Amad Diallo created 2 goals from just a high press by winning the ball just from a high press. So some players are starting to get it, like what it means to play in this system and what your job is. Some players are definitely getting it. Some players are obviously taking some time. He made the decision to drop Garnacho, which I was very impressed with, because Garnacho had a terrible game against Bodo Glimt. I think he missed like 5 or 6 chances, 3 or 4 being one-on-ones. So he needed to be dropped. And then the change worked out. He brought in Xerxes, who barred the 2 goals, even though they were tap-ins. He had a very good game. The second goal for Rashford actually was started from him. He played a great pass to Amad Diallo, who just ran through and played the pass to Rashford for the goal. But bar that, defensively we were cool. I had no issues. Certain players were taking off in the game. I'm assuming it's rest for Arsenal in 2 days. But Everton are shit. They weren't good at all, to be honest. I wasn't really I didn't feel that we were under threat from Everton really much at all during the game. They were terrible. And they got packed 4-0, rightfully so. Are we back? I'm not going to say that. I think it's still too early. I think he still needs time to figure out his starting 11. Like, I don't even think he has his strongest starting 11 yet. We still have some players to come back. Obviously, Euro, who comes back from injury whenever he does. That him coming back potentially.
When's he back, by the way?
He's back in training. I heard some reports today that he might be available for the Arsenal game. I don't expect him to start, and I think Ruben Amorim would be crazy to start him right away back from injury in a game like that. But he might be on the bench. I think it's just more so that we have a whole different dynamic that I can look forward to. If Euro is back, that means Mazraoui could get pushed to right wing back, and then Amad could play as a 10. And that's something that we've been asking for, even though I have no complaints with how Amad has been playing as that wing back role. But there's so many different dynamics that I still have to look forward to. And I think, I'm just at this moment right now where I'm happy, obviously, with how things were. We like this game under Ten Hag probably finishes as a draw, or we win like 2-1. And I tell you, we struggled to win that game 2-1. It's probably a penalty that gets us over the line. So we've come a very long way. Some players, like I said, are responding to it well. It's maybe just maybe an amount of time until the rest of the players do respond to it, or Ruben Amorim comes to a decision that some players are just not good enough in the system and we need to get more, which is obvious. But I'm happy. 4-0 win. I think now we go on to Amorim's biggest test so far, obviously under 3 or 4 games in at Arsenal at the Emirates. I'm not.
But you know who your true biggest test is, right?
Our true biggest test?
Yes.
What is our true biggest test?
This guy.
All right.
When you
I
see
don't even
this
know
guy,
when we do go to Anfield, but Yeah, we have Arsenal coming up.
I hate the fact that you have a new manager. I hate the fact that you have a new manager. I prefer miserable Sheikh coming on here week in, week out. Oh, Ten Hag is ass and all this. It's just
Yeah, but I would
much
say
better,
here
bro.
I would say here week in, week out, just saying the same things again and again. But look at me, man. I'm a changed man.
Are you gonna do something for me this Wednesday? Be honest.
You know what? I'll say this. I think I'm definitely more confident
score a
than
goal,
how I would have
please.
been. I'm
just need a
definitely
goal.
more confident than
Fuck
how
you,
I would
Lewis.
have
I
been
took
with
that
Ten
back
Hag.
already.
That's
Can you
one
stop?
thing I will say.
Can you stop posting my face on Twitter?
About you, man. It's
Yes.
me.
Can you use someone else's screenshot because they keep cooking me and atting me?
Yeah,
So
don't
leave me
worry. I've
alone.
got one of Dan Potts. I'll get him next.
Yes, use Dan Potts one, please. Call that Dan Potts. Who do you think you are breaking Chelsea's record? Anyway. Every time Lewis fucking
Don't
posts
gonna
that.
say anything crazy about you lot breaking our record.
Every time.
ears everywhere.
No, we're not gonna do that. Every time Lewis posts that picture on Twitter, someone's in my comment section going like, "Oh, our Chelsea's record gonna get broken by Arsenal." I'm like, "Bro, Lewis posted that thing again, right? He's never gonna let it go." Every time he used my face, use someone else's
It's the
face.
easiest thumbnail I have, and it's just like, hey, they said this. Hold that.
So, are you gonna win this Wednesday, or give me something at least? Draw.
I think we can get a draw. Win is a reach. I think win is, you have to obviously I still look at my players like I'm not confident with a lot of these players. Like Rashford scoring 2 goals, great, but he can still have a stinker performance. That's something that I'm more used to rather than seeing Rashford be consistent. So there's evidence more to suggest that some of these players could still drop off, and it still might take some time for them to get gelled with this system. But with that being said, I think we can get a draw. I think we can. I really do think we can. A win though is a reach, because I know Arsenal on paper as a team are far better than us individually too. But if we do win, it's probably due to some sort of individual brilliance again, or maybe if Arsenal do make mistakes, then I can see us potentially getting a win. But a draw, we can. Yeah, that's what
all I have to say is Rashford, the milkman, is back, and you guys need to worry about him, because when the milkman's back and he has a girlfriend, he looks good. He looks like he's actually putting in work. When he's off form, it usually because his situation at home is not the normal. So he's out clubbing, he's out doing other things. But yeah, I actually seen that online, and it's crazy because there's this. It needs to be studied, because Rashford with a girlfriend and Rashford without a girlfriend, his GA goes from 14 to 35. It's nuts. But hey, going to talking about Man United, they look good. Ahmad looked dangerous. Zerski looked really good. What was Ten Hag doing? Because these guys look so much better offensively, just as an attack. And you know what, Ahmad, if he continues playing that well as a wing back, he might not ever go back to being a forward, because he looked really good in that wing back position. You might just keep him there for the foreseeable future, because really and truly, who else do you have that can play in that position? When Luke Shaw gets back, are you going to move Ahmad? Are you going to move Ahmad out to put Diallo there? Because I mean, not what's his name, Dalla? Because Dalla is not that good in the final third. Ahmad being there is giving you an extra element. And the main thing is, for the Arsenal game, with no Mainu, no Martinez, potentially Bruno has like a knock off the back of this game also. Could you just be short too many guys to play as well as you want to play? And I honestly think no matter what happens in this game versus Arsenal for you guys should still be positive, as we are 5 years in, and you guys, it's literally like a couple days. So whatever happens, you shouldn't lose your head. You should be calm. I know it's a game where you always want to beat your like the rivals in the top 6, but we've had the better of you guys for the last couple of years. And at our ground, even though the games are chaotic, and I've been to 2 of them where it's like 3-2s or like 3-1s, I still expect us to beat you. I think we just have too much technical quality above you guys, and that is one thing that your manager is going to have to do: improve the quality level in your team, because that's just one thing that you've made all these signings recently, but your quality level you've kind of stopped looking at quality, and you've kind of gone for quantity, I feel like, in the transfer windows.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I think the summer is going to obviously tell us a lot about what Ruben Amorim is really trying to do here at United. Obviously more in terms of also who gets axed, who gets phased out of the team. I literally saw Bruno get subbed off. I haven't seen that a lot this past Everton game. It could be because of injury. It could be because of just match fitness, being fit for Arsenal. But that's just some changes that we're already kind of seeing. So it's like he doesn't have his set team. He doesn't have favorites. It kind of already looks like, and that was kind of the problem with Ten Hag when you ask like what went wrong with Ten Hag is he relied too much on player individual performances, like relying on Rashford to just have a good performance and get you a goal, or relying on Bruno to hoof the ball time and time again. If you actually notice and watch our games, Bruno doesn't even have the ball that much, a lot in this system. And that just means, yeah, it's more of we don't have all these over the top passes that you see time and time again from him just trying to get out to our wingers. We're actually systematically trying to build up and play the ball out, which is good. And that's something that you can kind of just see all the way. And this result was more so on, like I said, it was scrappy. Like there were times where we didn't move the ball well, and there are times where we missed a couple of chances, and it could have been a little bit more.
You still want Braithwaite?
No, he had a stinker of a game. I think one of the goals was a mistake because of him, and the Rashford goal deflected off of him too, which was still credited as a Rashford goal. But no, I never wanted him in the first place, to be honest. I think we can get, it's more so the price tag. I don't think we should go out there and pay how much ever they're asking for a player like him. I think we can go and find a left-sided center back for much cheap. We could definitely scout, and that's what we've brought Ineos to do. That's why they've been appointed to go ahead and try to identify those type of signings. So I think we can. I think 70 million for Braithwaite is crazy. Especially we just packed that team 4-0. So
I do agree with you. It's definitely overpriced. And Egal, you keep mentioning the game on Wednesday. Perfect segue to Arsenal. We're gonna end on Arsenal. Win against West Ham. Talk to me.
Convincing performance matching the result. That's what we needed. We defensively we conceded 2 silly goals in a couple minutes, and for a second everyone was thinking 4-4 and ending a draw, but we were 4-0 up in like a space of 37 minutes or something like that. I forget exactly. Bukayo Saka having himself a wonderful game. Martin Odegaard pulling the strings. Those two literally dominated versus West Ham. And let's be honest, when we have those two firing, that right-hand flank is dangerous. Timber looked really good. I thought the only person who fell asleep was Calafiori and Trossard. They could have done better defending for the goal that Aaron Wan-Bissaka scored, but Trossard he's getting involved with a beautiful assist for Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz putting it away. You know, Kai Havertz already has equaled his Chelsea goal tally in the Premier League in 49 games. Chelsea, he played 91 games. That is very impressive. I got to give it up. I got to give it up to him, and he's played majority of those games also as a midfielder. So you got to give Kai Havertz a lot of credit. And then going to Bukayo Saka. I don't want to hear it from people anymore. Bukayo Saka is world class. The guy performs week in, week out, tournament, international, in the league, in the Champions League, wherever he is, he just does it. He's already 6th all-time Arsenal assist record. He's up there, top 8. He's top 10 youngsters in Premier League history. Before the age of 24, he's up there right now with the likes of Robbie Fowler and all these other guys. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get even higher on that list very, very soon. And yeah, man, we just need to build on confidence on these games, continue to push on, continue to get more results, and hopefully with our upcoming fixtures, we can after the Manchester United game, the Fulham game, the Crystal Palace game, everything else, we can see ourselves higher up the table, and hopefully Liverpool drop some points so we can catch up to them in the league. And in the Champions League, we just need to beat Monaco. And I think we're pretty much established as one of the top 8. And we advance straight to the next round of the Champions League.
Yeah, you should do that. Even Girona ain't really the same as last season.
So I'm very optimistic of the rest of the season. I'm not writing off the season like some people are. But you know what? Our emotions as an Arsenal fan right now, we can only control what our team does. We can't really look at other people's results. But I feel like that's what we're doing too much. We're looking at Man City dropping points. We're looking at Liverpool running away with the league. And there is a level of jealousy. There is a level of that should be us. You know what I mean? If there is a level of why did we drop points to this team, that team, so on and so forth. Why did we get red cards? Looking for answers for things that have happened and trying to make reasoning and logic behind things that have happened in the past. You can't really be doing that. You just got to focus on what is going on right now. And what's going on right now is our team is starting to pick up form. We're starting to look really good. And yeah, if I'm going to be honest, I am confident from now till February, but I am not confident Liverpool will drop points. That's one thing I'm worried about. I'm more focused on my team trying to win the league than anything else. I couldn't care less about the Champions League really compared to the league, because I never thought we were going to win the Champions League anyways. I just take it game by game in the Champions League. But in the league, I had expectations to win it, and I still do.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I feel like you guys are checked out for Arsenal. Unless we lose, you don't care.
No, like, it's just you didn't say anything that I didn't really disagree with. West Ham were a bag of crap anyway. You deserve to win.
Oh, by the way, I do
What are
think
you
Gabriel
sharing?
Magalhaes, since John Terry, is the best.
Oh yeah, just Cole Palmer won another award. So yeah, shout out to him. Men's Player of the Year.
What is this? Never heard of it.
What's this?
The FSA Men's Player of the Year Awards, Football Supporters Association.
I'm not gonna lie, no one cares about these awards unless you.
No one cares about
Big up
fucking
Cole Palmer.
FSA. Just making
I
up shit.
respect the FSA.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I didn't know about them till.
What does FSA stand for?
What does FSA stand for, Lewis?
Football Supporters Association. Hold
There
that.
you go.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. He did this.
So it's a
research.
popularity vote.
There was
Yes.
a bunch of sheiks who voted, basically.
And they actually beat Arsenal to a popularity vote, which is mad. But fair enough. Big up my guy Vator, who says just home. Was awesome sitting on the cup. Goosebumps. I know Vator had to go to the Man City and the Real Madrid games at Anfield, so I'm sure you enjoyed that, Vator. Thank you so much for the
both
support.
of them. Mad.
Yeah, he did both.
What a week.
Yeah.
What a week.
You must have had a great time, Vator. Big up to you. Regardless, listen. Big up to all of you guys. All these guys' channels in the description. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We're going to wrap it up here. Egal's going to go live in about 15 minutes. And this video will take you over there. So go show him love as well. Carefree Lewis G, Shikh TV, Vator Games TV are all in the description. Go subscribe to all of them. Hope you guys had a wonderful time watching. And watch out, because I'm going to drop this tonight. The explanation, once and for all, will be dropped tonight, inshallah, Habibis. So stay locked in for that. And yeah, peace
So
out,
Arsenal's meant to be the hyenas and City are the lions.
yeah, because Arsenal are the loudest, isn't it?
Sam, on a serious
That's
note,
a fire thumbnail.
one second. There's one thing I want to
Oh,
ask you before we go. Do you not
What?
think you're gonna have a blip at some point?
I don't know where the leopard in the tree. Maybe we fall off. I don't know.
Do you think you're gonna have unprecedented circumstances?
Yeah, some unprecedented circumstances changes the way I think. So yeah. Yalla, see you guys later.